Since I know I'm going to hear about this later, I might as well address it right now while we're, doing what we're doing at the moment. Before I go to bed, I'm going to address this shit at the moment. So, tonight, I was having a conversation while I was driving down the road with a dude named Geo, and a dude named Mountain, a dude named Breaker, a dude named Twink, and a dude named Another. Another had left. Twink had bounced. Oh, and Yoda was there and he had bounced. And that left Breaker, me, Mountain, and Geo. Breaker was being quiet for the most part, but Breaker enjoys our conversations because Geo has a lot of information to level at a lot of people, right? Geo is one of the more well-read human beings on the planet, and the books that he reads are fucking fascinating. And at this point, they're kind of going viral because they are a proper history of what's actually going on. Geo is anti-enlightenment, anti-liberal, right? He is a Catholic. I was raised Catholic. Geo's an East Coast Korean. I'm an East Coast Italian. He's from New Jersey. My family's from New Jersey. I'm from PA. We have a lot of the same perspectives on a lot of things. When we speak with a vision and a view of the system and the people. And the things that we read give us better perspective on the history, on his story. Listen, her story, on the history of what it is that we're looking at. Tonight, the discussion broke down to de Tocqueville, right? Who was a French minister who came to America and stayed for 9 months and traveled around the colonies in 1820 and a little bit out west. And he wanted to view America through the perspective of government, community, monetary, economy, and in general vibe. You ever have a chance to read de Tocqueville's Democracy in America from 1829? You should I most definitely recommend it. It's a great book. It's long, but it's worth reading. One of the things that it will discuss, right, as in a general thing, is a lot of the problems of democracy, right, and liberalism that were here inherently from the start. Now, I've always said that all the problems that we have were papered over throughout our history. By the way, you want any of these designs, right, at T Public stores in the description. Yo, listen, make our memes our dreams, my friend. Now, the issues that we have were papered over by the fact that, like, we're on a landmass that is isolated from the rest of the world. We have weak northern neighbors. We have dysfunctional southern neighbors. And our neighbors to the east and west are fish. We have barrier islands around both coasts. We have mountain ranges that flank a heartland that is unbelievably great and overlaid by the greatest river system and longest and most amount of navigable waterways in the entire fucking world. Which, by the way, is the greatest piece of arable farmland by per square mile and production. Also, when we got here, the natives that were here did not form any real civilizations to speak of, like in Asia, right, or the Middle East or Europe. So therefore, all the minerals and all the trees and all the land was unmolested. So that meant that all the things that we needed for industrialization were right at the top of the surface. We didn't have to dig deep. We didn't have to stand here and do any extracurricular nonsense to get to our stuff. We just got them, right, because nobody had used them before. And then when gas was needed and oil was needed, we had an abundant supply. And we ran through this faster than anybody else. The amount of fuel and consumption that we did over the past 125 years was ridiculous. But we somehow managed to run through most of it in 100 years. And today, when energy is very expensive, right? Because, by the way, fracking is worthless, right, as a thing, right? It doesn't make any fucking money. It's a very expensive way of getting fuel out of the ground and energy out of the ground. All of a sudden, our lifestyles are not capable of continuing to expand in the way that they have been. All these old problems from the very beginnings are starting to really pop up in a big way. And people are looking for people to blame. In particular, everyone's blaming the Jews. Me and Gio have a different opinion. We think these problems have always been there. This isn't a Jewish issue. That this is an issue of liberalism and Protestantism. At the end of the day, that Protestantism and liberalism and the Enlightenment values and the ideas of democracy are ultimately what is destroying things. Neurojack came in today, and we speak the way we speak, right? And he comes in swinging and like blasting off on all 4 cylinders. Well, like probably 2 1/4 because, part of them are broke. He has a problem. Neurojack has a fucking mental issue, all right? And it's not a mental issue where it's like, he's 100% retarded. It's a mental issue where like he assumes what motherfuckers are saying on a regular basis, right? Instead of listening to what you say, he thinks like a woman does, right? And this is a democratic, liberal, Anglo issue that he has, that he needs to fucking address and think about, and like really, in the same way that when I do things, right, where I say things repeatedly over and over again, like, yeah, I mean, know what I'm saying, right, at the end of my sentences, this type of shit. You had to learn how to like, oh man, I am saying that a lot. I should fucking stand here and stop doing that. He should probably address that in the same way. It's like, hey, listen, I do this a lot. It's one of these fucking tics that everybody has, but very few are willing to address. Because most people, again, this is a democratic society. They go, you should accept me for who I am, right? It's the same thing as the fucking trannies and shit, right? Oh, you don't like me? And see, this is the fucking problem, right? So, right. Neurojack, when you tell him something, right, you'll be like, bro, listen, this is a problem that's been there from the start, right? And I'm like, this is an Anglo issue, right, from the very fucking beginning. And he goes, what you're saying is you want to eliminate all the fucking Anglos in the world? What? No, I said this is an Anglo issue that's been there from the start. This is an issue that started with like the Protestant Reformation, right? Like, this is an issue of like, when, God damn it, was it Henry? I'm gonna go with Henry VIII. I think it was him, right? When he stood here, I'm probably wrong, I'll be honest with you, but I might be right, so I'm gonna just keep rolling with it. When he said, listen, I want to be able to get a divorce and marry however many females I want to, and the Catholic Church said, no, you're not gonna fucking stand here and be a bad example for your people, because then your people think you can fucking do it, then everybody's gonna fucking do it, and then that's a giant ass headache for all of us. You know what I mean? He could have easily just, like, took a side chick and shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Right, but instead, he wanted to be out in the open. He goes, I'm gonna form my own fucking church, right? And I'm gonna be able to do what I want, which opened the doors for everybody to be able to do whatever the fuck they want. And here we are today. Now, this didn't matter as much in the past 200 years when, we had like oil basically giving us 80 billion fucking slaves, right? Because that's how much energy that oil fucking creates every day for us. 1 barrel of oil is worth, what is it? What fucking math was it? It was like 4 years of human labor. 1 barrel of oil. That's why I say energy slaves, right? This didn't matter that much back then. It matters today. When that energy doesn't quite go as far. We keep trying to throw more energy at shit, and you go, hey, listen, there's a lot of fucking people out here that's relying on a lot of this energy. And the average fruit cup travels 20 million or 20,000 miles to get to your fucking plate. We got a fucking problem, son. We got a fucking issue we got to address. But Neurojack, again, goes, hey, you're saying you want to eliminate all the Anglos? Well, why don't you motherfuckers go back where you fucking came from? And I'm like, listen, okay, bro, like, let me tell you something. First off, I have fucking relatives that signed the Declaration of Independence. Let me keep this 100 with you. I have fucking relatives who were there when the fucking Constitution got signed. I have relatives who are fucking presidents. Well, one relative who was the president. I'm related to some of the most important motherfuckers in American history. I don't want to hear your bullshit, son. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I'm as much a part of this fucking shit as anybody in this goddamn country. I don't come from poverty. I come from fucking nobles. It's only recently we've been impoverished. And it's because of the fact, right, that the men who came before me dropped the fucking crown into the goddamn fucking gutter. And I don't have a way of picking it the fuck back up. Because y'all don't understand about why you are the way you are. It's just a fucking problem. It needs to be addressed, but no one's gonna fucking address it at the end of the day. Y'all need to address this fucking problem. This needs to be spoken about. This is shit that we have to have real conversations about. And I realize that, like, oh, your fans fucking hate me, blah, 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 whatever, right? I understand that y'all motherfuckers y'all got this fucking retarded nonsense in your fucking head because, like, you've been told this liberal bullshit your whole lives. Everything that you fucking think is all liberal shit. You've never seen anything operate correctly. You've never sat with power. You've never had power rested on y'all's shoulders. You in particular, Neurojack, have never had power rested on your shoulders. And the reason is, this is some real shit. The reason why you've never had that power put on your fucking shoulders is because you don't understand what responsibility is, dog. You don't understand what it is to go, hey, listen, this is all my fault. And this here is all my people's fault. And this is something that needs corrected. And I'm going to do what it takes to get there. You've never looked men in the fucking face and said, hey, listen, follow me. And they follow you. That's never been something that you've been capable of fucking doing. And it's alright. Unfortunately, though, when you're speaking to me, you're not speaking to, like, the same breed of man that you and a lot of these motherfuckers are made of. Because in the end of the day, let's keep it a beam with you. In the end of the day, your leaders, the men who you choose to lead you, the men who are going to lead you, whether or not you choose to, are not going to stand here and ask your fucking permission for things. They're just gonna do shit because it's the right fucking thing to do. And you can blame them all you want to when they fuck up. That's the motherfucker about it, right? Y'all can blame you can blame the Jews, you can blame the politicians, you can blame whatever. But in reality, this is the reality of things. Ultimately, every man in your community's fault. This shit's fucked. Because there are 430 million guns in this fucking country. And y'all won't fire one round in fucking anger. You've been given every opportunity to stand here and do what needs to be fucking done. But instead of standing here saying, listen, by my religion, by what my God says, I will go to heaven for sacrificing myself. And I'll be giving the glory of God for protecting minds and sacrificing my life for theirs. You look at the government as God and say, oh, if I even try, they'll catch me. If I even try, they'll stop me. The CIA, man, the CIA. Fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck out of here with your bullshit. Reality, this is reality that we live in today, son. Your people, man. Your people don't care about each other. The reason you don't care about each other is because y'all adopted a religion 300-400 years ago that said you never fucking had to. Your religion is not the religion of your community, of your people. Your religion is the religion of yourselves, of each individual person. And when you put that fucking burden on a common man, it's the same as putting a gun in his fucking hand. He's gonna go inside and watch fucking TV while the fucking world burns. That's the fucking reality of shit, dog. That's really what it is. So the next time you want to come in swinging at motherfuckers, you need to understand what it is that you're fucking dealing with. You need to fucking stand here and see the entire goddamn picture from the fucking sky. You need to step the fuck out of time. Step the fuck out of your race. Step the fuck out of your nation. Step the fuck out of your class and look at everything. And address it as a fucking man. Address it as a god, as a king. Look at yourself from where your ancestors sat. Look at yourself from where your fucking great-great-grandchildren will sit. Look at everything. Place yourself back in the 1700s and then look at today. Place yourself back in the fucking 1200s. Place yourself in the fucking 200s. Place yourself BC. Look at this throughout time. Understand it's big. These are the perspectives that we speak of. Are you worried about the fucking Jews? Fuck out of here. I'm Tom Peace. Y'all know the deal. Subscribe.